3 weeks?
Active on
Okay.
my
This would
phone,
be
the
week
link.
2.
Because then you're out 3 weeks in September, correct?
Which email
Correct.
are you
Okay.
getting?
Correct.
Is it do you sign up to get emails when the agenda gets published, those emails?
Hmm. So you have ruts in your yard? Rut.
I said
Golf
click
cart.
on
Oh,
that
yeah,
link, it
that's
was not
not-
active. Who sent that?
Yeah.
It's an
I
automated
believe it.
email that
He
you
just
sign up for when the
comes
board.
around, he comes around, and then he stops every time because Tommy needs to hit the,
So when I
moves his
make
head
them
because it's.
active,
Oh.
he sends an email to you saying
Mhm.
that. So that's a
But
big.
yeah, he drives all through our yard, round and round and round, and Dave
Well-
just goes berserk inside. He's not gonna say anything to him.
Okay. Yeah, 'cause it's just handy for me to use, and I thought, oh, and it was just not active.
Oh, yeah.
I'm used to you sending me
Yeah.
stuff that I just go blink.
Right,
And then
yeah.
she was in the car, getting all the polyester on, I'm thinking, you're gonna die out there, Sheila. You can drive the cart down the hill.
Oh, she did?
Oh, she does, yeah,
Oh.
it scares me to death.
Well,
But we live there, and that's what you mean, you take the good with the bad.
just need
so.
bales of hay down there for
It'd help him probably if he got out and walked and looked for a while, a little bit, but.
Is Tony coming in again? Okay. Let's all rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. First thing we have on our agenda today are the approval of the minutes from last week, and Chair will entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
Move for approval.
Second.
second.
Moved and seconded. Questions or corrections to the minutes? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you. We have a bid opening, Utility Emergency Response Program for 2021, and we have two
Yeah.
that are responding.
Probably doesn't do that.
Actually, there's nothing to be put in
Right.
there, right? Okay. So this is simply the accepting of these bids. And this first bid for emergency use is Milestone Contractors. And we have their packet of information. And the second will be from Atlas Excavating.
Correct. I just want to make sure.
So we have those two, there's actually no numbers there. There are numbers as fees, but there's no numbers to report here. So we'll take these, both these utility emergency response program bids under advisement. Chair will entertain a motion to do so.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you. We currently have a bid under advisement on a signal installation project, so that remains under advisement. So let's go to new business, economic development.
Good morning, John Collier. I'm here to bring before you two garage demolitions that are in, well, they're considered historic. The first one is for 637 Ferry Street. It's, again, the garage only. Our Historic Preservation Officer, Dan Kaiser, has determined that the loss would adversely affect the neighborhood and has recommended that we maintain the 60-day waiting period.
Thank you, John. Again, just to explain on both these, the demolition permits, our role here is either to uphold the 60-day waiting period unless there's a concern, the public safety concern, basically when it's in a historic district. So your recommendation, Dan Kaiser's recommendation is to uphold the 60-day waiting period.
Right.
Correct? Does anybody here want to speak to that? Okay. Thank you. Chair, entertain a motion to uphold the 60-day waiting period for this demolition permit.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Questions or concerns about that?
The sway in the roof, that's still structurally sound, I'm assuming.
That's our understanding. It's been there for a while.
All right, thank you.
Any other questions? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you.
Okay, and the second one is for a garage only at 1204 Hartford Street. And again, Dan Kaiser has determined that the loss of the garage would adversely affect the historic neighborhood and recommends the 60-day waiting period be maintained.
Thank you. Same explanation that I made before. And this, Chair, entertain a motion to uphold the is there anybody who wants to speak to this before we proceed? Okay. Chair, entertain a motion to approve the 60-day, uphold the 60-day waiting period.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any questions on this? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, appreciate it. Purchasing.
Good morning. Fleet Maintenance and Street Department have a couple of vehicles that they want to trade in. The first one is a 96 Chevy C3500 stake bed truck, city ID 9678, and then a 2003 Ford 450 stake bed truck with city ID 2377, and then a plow for 2377. That we'd like to ask surplus be declared on them so that they can be traded in.
Thank you. Chair, entertain a motion to approve this declaration of surplus property.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Questions? David on this? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dave. Appreciate that. Waterworks.
Good morning.
Morning.
Steve Moore, Waterworks Superintendent. You have before you a contract for pressure wash and paint Haggerty Lane Water Tower. And this is for Complete Restoration LLC is the contractor. And they plan to come and pressure wash that 2 million gallon tank out by the fire training center on Haggerty Lane. And once they get that power or pressure washed, then they would apply paint. And the cost of that service would be $138,360.
Okay, thanks, Steve. Chair, entertain a motion to approve this contract with Complete Restoration LLC.
Move for approval.
Second?
Second.
Questions?
Have we used them before?
No,
Oh,
no, and I mean, not in the last 20 years, not since I've been here, so,
Okay.
because we had to send them a vendor pack and everything to
Oh.
get them certified as a contractor, so.
okay.
How long does this, when you're cleaning and repainting, obviously the tower's empty, I assume?
Yes, they
Complete.
will have to be emptied for that, for the paint to adhere, because
Sure.
yeah.
Makes sense. How long does that process take?
Yeah, we're thinking probably 2 weeks. That's what typically it's taken in the past. Probably the first week to clean and then the second week to apply the paint.
And while the tower's out of service, everything's still okay
Yes.
as far
Yeah,
as?
we'll be fine. Yes, absolutely. I mean, we don't want to lose that storage for more than a couple of weeks, but yes.
Okay.
And that was one of the issues because the inside of that tank needs some work too. But we can wait another couple of years on that. We didn't want to, because that would take it out for 6 weeks. And we didn't want to take it out for 6 weeks, especially this time of year when the peak demand. So by the time we do that work, we should have the Murdoch tank in service with 3 million gallons there. And then the future plans is for the Weall Ridge Water Tower, which is another 2 million gallons. So hopefully once that extra storage is put into place and is operational, then we would be able to drain that for a period of time to do some rehab on the inside of that tank.
Okay.
How long does it take to restore the water in that tank? I mean, time frame, like days, weeks? I don't know.
Oh, no, they'll fill it and we'll do bacteria samples. And once we get a clear sample, then we open the valves and it's
No.
back in the system. Yeah, we've never had an issue with that.
How long though, Steve? Her question is how
Oh,
long?
how long does it take to refill it?
Process, yeah.
Oh, no, probably 24 hours, because
Oh,
we fill
oh.
it slowly.
Okay.
We fill it through
I
the
didn't know.
bypass because if you rush the water in there too fast, you move that flow too fast through the pipe, then you can stir up discoloration from the water main for
Makes
some
sense.
homes. So we fill it through the bypass very slowly over 24 to, we could even do 48 hours, 24 to 48 hours to fill it. And then pull some bacteria samples and make sure that it's safe. And then we would open the main valve and it would be released back to the
I
system.
didn't know, did you know that? You probably knew that. I didn't know
Okay, we have a motion, a second. Further questions? Any further questions? A motion, a second to approve this one on Haggerty Lane. All those in favor say aye.
that. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you. Okay, what's next?
We also have a notice to proceed on that work.
Chair will entertain a motion to approve, the notice to proceed in the same project.
So moved. Second.
Moved and seconded. Questions on that? Again, hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you.
Okay, we also have a contract from the same company to pressure wash the Fairgrounds water tower. And that's just pressure wash only to remove some of the discoloration and stuff that's on that. The paint appears to still be in good shape on that water tank.
And that's an exterior wash?
That's just an exterior wash. Doesn't require us to drain the tank or anything. It's just to clean it up and make it look nice again.
Okay.
And that is for the price of the same company, complete restoration for $37,250.
Thank you. Chair, entertain a motion to approve this contract with complete restoration on the Fairgrounds elevated tank wash.
So moved.
Second?
Second?
Moved and seconded. Questions on this? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Thank you.
And we also have a notice to proceed on that work as well.
Chair, entertain a motion to approve the notice to proceed in the same project.
So moved.
Second?
Second?
Moved and seconded. Questions? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Steve. Appreciate it. Thank you. Next, we have claims.
Good morning, Jeremy Deal, City Controller. Controller's Office has reviewed claims in the amount of $248,263.98. Request the board's approval.
Chair, entertain a motion to approve the claims.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Questions?
On Big Six, instructor recertification, is that the fire department or the police department? I assume it's
Norm, I
police
did not look at
department.
that one. The $50?
Yeah,
It's E&O Shields. It's probably
Police.
police.
Oh, it does
Yeah.
say O'Shields
police,
on it here.
okay.
That's LPD.
And then there is per diem, NIBRS.
What page you on?
I'm sorry, Big Eight.
That's a per diem allowance for LPD personnel and travel status. That's a National Incident-Based Reporting System training that they attended.
All right, another acronym that I'm gonna try and remember.
Good luck.
On Big Seven, there's a environmental resilience cohort fees.
IU Health, or IU Top
Indiana
Division.
University.
Right.
That's related to our climate action plan that was paid by Economic Development to IU. It's a community participation fee.
I assumed as much, but it just cohort fees, just seemed odd. And then one last one on Big 11, the CSO long-term control plan to Greeley and Hanson. Where is that contract at now?
That I'll have to look at that, calculate that, and get back with you, Norm.
All right, thank you. That's all I had, Gary.
Other questions? Anybody else have questions? Okay. Here, no other questions. We have a motion, a second to approve the claims. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jeremy, I do think those claims are the lowest I've ever
I
seen.
was waiting for
So
that.
it's less than $250,000. That's really,
Part of that's related to Paula taking a couple days off.
oh,
It's up a little early on Wednesday.
gotcha. Okay, I gotcha. All right. I knew there was a reason, I just didn't know what it was.
True leader doesn't take credit.
All right, we have 4 or 5 special event requests. The first is Baptist Student Foundation special event request. Is somebody here from that organization? Nobody. Okay.
Nobody.
All right, so we have a special event request for the Juneteenth celebration, and this is on the bridge, I believe. We had earlier conversations
Yeah.
about this. Is this something that
I
you
think
want to speak to?
we've had some conversations back and forth with TEMA, West Lafayette, and our LPD and fire regarding this event. Just to be clear that the event seems to be growing, and additional activities are happening without permission from this application. So I really, on our end, they just really want to use the bridge, and most of the event is taking place at Tapawingo. But I would just like to approve in here that there be no motorcycle motorcades or things like that on the bridge. Yeah, and they do have an A&E permit. I'm not quite sure what they're going to use with that. Maybe for their staging. I don't know, Richard Doyle, if you probably know about that. But I think there's been some moving parts with this activity. So I think, on our end, it's really just the bridge that they want to use, and we can maybe approve that there be no motorcycles on the pedestrian bridge.
There's been no mention of that in the permit.
No, there is not. But
So I would recommend, they've made the agreement in the permit to tell us what they're going to do, that if we have no objection to that,
Right.
we allow them to do
Right.
that, but that's what we allow.
Correct.
So I think we have representatives from the police department here and also fire. Anybody want to speak to this, or anybody have any concerns about approving what's been presented to us?
No, I think that even maybe last week the mayor said that they had a display
Mm-hmm.
of motorcycles not being moving
Right.
traffic on the bridge. There was I think there's there was a group, this is information that's not in the packet, it was come since then. There was a group that's a reenactor group that's gonna be there, similar that you could see at Pizza Hunter Lagoon. It's actually a United States Colored Troop reenactors. They'll be there. I think that was something. The big thing was the number of people went from 100 to now we're anticipating 1,000. So we'll have to keep an eye on staffing, because there's a big difference between 100 and 1,000 when it comes to emergency services staffing and stuff like that. So
Right.
we'll have to just kind of continue to stay connected and pay attention, and if we need the staffing level that we need.
Yeah. I hate to do this to you. Would you come up and talk in the microphone, please? Because, this is being recorded, and I want to make sure that we have this on record. Thanks, Chief.
Chief Richard Doyle, Lafayette Fire Department. We have, as I said, without being recorded, maybe, I think the last week we talked about the motorcycles that were projected on the bridge. The mayor even indicated that he would approve a static display, but not anything moving on the bridge, and that's a concern of ours. So we would recommend that that's noted in the permit.
Approval.
I don't understand the connection between motorcycles being displayed in Juneteenth.
I don't either, but there's, like I said, this is, majority of it's in Tapawingo Park area. They are
Right.
going to be on the bridge, and I think, it's our understanding, they're just going to make a proclamation at Reilly Plaza, and that's really the only time that they'll be on our side of the bridge.
Okay.
It appears that we're going to have to really pay attention to, especially that day, because it looks like there's adding some stuff that's not in the permit, so we're going to have to continue to be vigilant on that. But we are involved in the proceeding so far.
Okay. So I'll tell you what we're going to do here. We're going to go ahead and approve subject. Chief Flanley, do you have questions or comments?
Just one quick comment.
Good morning, Patrick Flanley, Chief of Police. We're happy to support the event. We just want to make sure, same with the fire department, in terms of numbers that are there, that we're just consistent in how we provide security.
Right.
That we would for any other event downtown. And the numbers are getting to the point now where we're concerned that we're going to have to start bringing in additional personnel to work, and we just don't have plans for that right now, so we're getting down to the nitty-gritty.
So,
Are they planning for fireworks or anything like that? Do you know of it this time?
And I think that should be a stipulation based on the brief conversation we had. No fireworks and no weapons discharged. The reenactors,
I would say that, I mean, that's not unusual, especially the parade. In the parade, we have similar groups like that. We don't know this group. It's not the Highlanders from this area and stuff like that. Because I think they're gonna have from my understanding, they're gonna have a static display. They're gonna have an encampment at Wingo Park. I would assume that they'll have their muskets that they'll have. I'll leave that to.
so anything that would happen is likely to be on West Lafayette's property.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think that's just part of the issue there too. We just want to make sure that the event organizer is communicating with us on the police and fire side and with
Yeah.
TEMA as well, so we know what to expect and how to staff appropriately.
well, they're asking for approval from this group to use the bridge, right? That's what they're asking for. And we can give the approval based upon what we know. We can't give the approval on what we don't know. So at some point in time, we're going to say that we can't make any more changes. Are we to that point?
Oh, yes, we're at that point.
Okay, so if we're at that point where we've talked about the things that we need to do, if that's the line we're going to draw, then we can make a decision as to whether those things, which is talking about static display motorcycles, which I don't understand, again, between the connection with Juneteenth and reenactors, is all that stuff, we're all aware of that, and we just need to make sure we know how to staff up for it.
And I wonder if there is, we can put a condition on it that correspondence between the group and the fire department and the police department occur at least 48 hours before the event with their best guess of what will be the response of bodies.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So let's go ahead. Chair, entertain a motion. We haven't had a motion yet, have we? We have not. Chair, entertain a motion to approve this Juneteenth event with the Purdue Baptist Student Foundation, I'll get it right here, and on obviously June 19th, with these parameters that we're talking about. But again, we need to draw a line in the sand and say this can't change beyond this, beyond the things we've already talked about. Is there a motion? I know that's wordy, but can you handle that? Okay. Is there a motion to do so?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any further contributions or comments? Okay. Based upon those parameters, all those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Opposed, same sign. Thank you.
Aye.
Thanks. Okay. You good, Amy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Opposed.
All right.
You're opposed.
I am opposed.
Oh, you're opposed. I'm sorry, you're opposed. I'm sorry, I didn't get that. Thank you. So we have, okay, thank you. So we have Amy as opposed to the. Okay, next is Bistro 501 Lobster Bake. Is there anybody here from Bistro? Yes. Yes, please.
Teresa Buckley,
Just
Bistro
pull it down,
501.
Teresa, yeah. So tell us, Teresa, what you want to do so we'll talk about
Yeah,
that.
this will be I think our fourth one. We skipped last year because of the pandemic. But outdoor event, we're making it a little less than our previous year, which was 200. We're going down to 120. We've already got approval from traffic, and we have an officer on duty for wine service. Just an outdoor 4-course event, and the same band that's played the last few times, like an island band. No stage, no awnings, tents, or structures. Rain check plans will just move into the bistro. We'll leave the sand outside.
Okay, and this is just in front, on,
Just the
Fifth Street?
half of Fifth Street toward Main. So we stop at the second entrance of the Shook Lot. Oh, well, I guess it's not the Shook Lot anymore. Maybe it
yeah,
is. but-
the old ship,
Yeah,
yeah,
old
yeah.
ship.
So that's part of the street will be closed?
Yeah, just
section.
that portion with access. Folks will have access around our fencing to get into the LAR entrance,
Yeah.
et cetera.
Okay. All right, thank you, Teresa. Chair entertain a motion to approve this special event request.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Moved in second. Questions on this?
The letter that you sent out, notice to neighbors, I like the way that you put that together.
Can't put that college degree to use. Dusted it off for a day.
Any other comments or questions? We have a motion, a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign. Thank you. Thanks. We have a French wedding ceremony. Yes. Morning.
Good morning.
State your name, please.
Ryan French.
Hi, Ryan. And so you want to, this event you want to do on the Greeley Plaza?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And this is on June 26th?
Correct.
Okay. You're anticipating about 150 people?
That is correct, yes.
Okay. Anything else you want to inform us about?
No, I think my letter states it. I've got two LPD working security, and we won't be blocking any traffic. We're going to be done about 9:30 because we need to be done by, doors lock at 10, so.
Okay. Okay. Chair, entertain a motion to approve this request.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any questions for Ryan? Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you. All right.
You're usually telling good luck.
Good luck. Yeah, of course. I don't think he needs it. You're good. You're good, right? All right, good. All right. We have a joint religious church service. Anybody here to represent that? Yes, Don?
Yes, I'm Don Lindstrom from First Christian Church, here for approval for a street closure, outdoor event, 4 churches, church service.
July 4th?
July 4th. All 4 churches have done a great job on following health guidance and CDC, so we feel it will be as safe as possible, so.
Okay. So this event's on July 4th, and then you'll have the street closed in front of First Christian between the Methodist Church and First Christian Church, Trinity Methodist? Okay.
St. John's, yeah.
Okay. And St. John's, right. Okay. All right. Chair, entertain a motion to approve this special event request.
Move for approval.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions for Don about this? We've done this several years.
Yeah, it's an ongoing event.
Yeah.
We didn't do it last year, but
Right.
this went on for long before I was involved, so.
Okay. Have a motion, a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Those opposed, same sign. And I'm abstaining. Okay, thanks, Don.
Thank you.
And then finally, a special, the Walk to End Alzheimer's. Anybody representing that group? Good.
Good morning, Morgan Jessup with the Greater Indiana Chapter Alzheimer's Association, and we are requesting to host the Greater Lafayette Walk to End Alzheimer's at Reilly Plaza on Saturday, September 18th this fall. And if you have the letter in front of you, we are hoping to have the plaza booked for us from 5 a.m. to 3 p.m., and that includes setup and tear down time. And we have been in contact with the, as well as West Lafayette Parks Department and the Police Department, because that's where the actual walk will take place. We'll just host the opening ceremony and check-in at Reilly Plaza.
Great. Sounds good. Chair, entertain a motion to approve the special event request for the Alzheimer's group.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Moved in second. Any questions? Appreciate you being here.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you. Thanks very much. You're welcome. Good luck. Hope the weather's good. Does anybody have any announcements they want to make for the board this morning before we close the meeting? If not, meeting's adjourned. Thank you.
Hold down, Gary.